Today on the Inquiry Zone, how much time should we spend on individual skills and how much time actually using all the skills in an inquiry investigation?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Inquiry Zone. I am Douglas Hunnings here at ETHOS Innovation Center, and I am the director of the primary STEM education.
And hi, I'm John Taylor, Director of STEM Education here at the ETHOS Innovation Center. And Douglas, you've got a question for us today.
Oh, yes, this is a question that was submitted by one of the teachers that we are working with right now, and it's a very cool question. Very makes you think about curriculum. Here's the question, John. They said, what science curriculum should I use if I want to implement science inquiry in my classroom?
Oh, there's only one curriculum that works for that. We're laughing because any curriculum, the inquiries, I mean, we're talking about baseline inquiry here, and then you get more advanced, you get better, I think. But this is a process. It's the process of doing science. That what we'd hope is that everybody would learn the steps of doing inquiry with your students, and then you could take any text, whether it's from the 40s, 50s, from 2010, wherever you got it, and you can delve into that. And then you can say, all right, where is this located? Where is this located? Where can I do this? So I'm looking for observations. I'm looking for what kind of questioning can I do here? How's this going to lead into predictions and such? You know, it's part of the process that we're teaching so that any curriculum gains a whole lot of strength. And it might mean maybe you're not using all the curriculum.
Mm-hmm. And and I love the idea that inquiry can be applied no matter what is in your, what you're given at your districts. I know some people struggle not only with the science curriculum, but maybe in other subject areas like, oh, I'm really struggling with using this curriculum. Maybe there's things you disagree with. You thought this should be, improved. Well,
Right.
this is what, no matter what science curriculum you are required to teach in your district, you can apply the science inquiry process. Now, some curriculum may already have it embedded,
Yeah.
some may not, and that's okay. You learning the skills as a teacher can apply them, and that really helps, in my mind, gives out freedom as an educator to teach that science. So I would think as a teacher, you don't have to struggle on, I need to pick the best curriculum in order to have inquiry instruction. No, you as a teacher are learning those skills. You, in a way, like you're the curriculum with inquiry because you could take that and apply it no matter what science is presented in front of you.
That's where we can, a teacher, it's part of the job, we can lean back on what are the content and the process standards. And I think the national and state standards are pretty good at this point where you can use that as your guide to really frame out your year and how you're doing this. And the other side of this too is, you're talking about science, but you look at the process of doing an inquiry, it gives you a lot of freedom in terms of language arts, social studies, mathematics, that
Yes.
maybe some of your science is happening during your what might have been designated your math block or your English block, that you're actually interweaving these, that you're actually doing some inferencing in your science, and you're talking about hypothesis when you're inferencing in saying you're reading your language arts, that you start to see this transparency between subjects. And as you start to get this awareness, I think it really frees us up and allows us to be a lot less stressed because we can have more impact. And for our students, I think it's a lot less stress too, because they're going to see a common language. And that's what I think the
Mhm.
inquiry tends to do, is create a nice common language across the curriculum.
So that was love. I love that idea. The teachers, they want to do what's best because we as educators, we want to make that impact. And so really starting to think about inquiry and like, okay, so which one should I use so I can use, do well with this with my students? Here's your question. You can use it with all. So take what you know and rock the world.
It does make sense though, for like textbook adoption years or science adoption years, you go through adoption, it'd be good to look at this and think, all right, with this curriculum, how easily can I adapt this, or how will I use it? Does it have all this in place already? Or is this going to be a lot of work on my part to pull this off? I'd be looking for a curriculum that naturally lends itself to a cross-curricular approach, that I'm seeing the
Yes.
elements of inquiry in it already. And it's going to make my life a lot easier.
All right. Well, I loved it. I am enjoying these questions that we're receiving, John. Thank you all for those that are submitting questions.
Very
Thank you.
nice. And I'll just add real quick, if you have questions, throw them our way. Look at the bottom of the window here and look for the address. Submit a question to us, or thank you for joining us, and check out the other videos in our series as we're trying to make inquiry happen in your classroom. Thank you very much.
And we'll see you next time.
See you.
ETHOS would like to recognize the hardworking teachers at one of our partner schools, Pinewood Elementary School, inspiring excellence in inquiry education.